I am the prophet, and truth is above all else. Why? Well, I will answer this question in many of my videos, but I thought this is a very important point to clarify as a first video. Think of it this way. You walk down the street and suddenly you see a dog. Well, what's happening in that moment? Your brain is processing reality. Parts of your brain want to understand, is it a threat? Should you run? Should you hide? What should you do? Maybe you should ignore it. Now, the same notion applies to everything really. Imagine if someone could take that truth from you or manipulate you. If you get some glasses and you are not able to see properly, then you would not know what to do. In the same way, this applies to everything in your life. So when you go out on a date, for example, you need truth, because without it you will not know how to act. That is the building block. That is the most important thing. If the girl has a boyfriend, then that is information that is relevant to you. If she is married, that is relevant. What kind of girl is she? You need to find out these things so you can know how to act. So when someone comes to you and gives you advice, you would hope that the advice you are given reflects truth. Because if you are not, you cannot make the proper decision. Now this is pretty obvious, but few people really realize this. So, in order for you to make good decisions, you need truth. So every time someone talks to you and he tells you his opinion and he lies or he doesn't explain himself properly, he is decreasing your chances of accomplishing pretty much anything. If you would want to be a blacksmith, for example, or a carpenter or a painter, wouldn't you want to know the basic things about your craft or your art? What if someone would lie to you? Someone would say, hey, these brushes are not really good, or these brushes are great, but they are lying. The same way, you cannot make a proper painting that way. The same things applies to people. So when you have friends in your life, you have the media, you have a community, and they all talk to you, and they give various amounts of truth. If you ask someone, what should I do? They, depending on various factors, they will tell you. The best case scenario is that they sit down and really articulate their point, so you can have a conversation. Now, this adds up. You have the churches that say a different story about how the universe works, how you should act. Then you have the media tells you different things, how you should act, how you should think. Then you have your friends, then you have books that you read, music, and so on. So it really goes to a point that if you do not have truth in your life, then you will be a failure. So the biggest gift you can give anyone in your life, be it a friend or a coworker, is to tell them the truth as you see it. This is fundamental. for having a good human society, fundamental to, well, basically everything. Imagine for a second that instead of lies or half-truths, someone would have really told you what you needed to hear in the right time. Well, your life could have been different. In this channel, in time, I will try to speak as much truth as I can. Right now, as you can probably guess, I can't really do it properly. I can't do it properly because I'm not confident enough in my language, in my video skills or editing skills or stuff like that. So the medium also counts. If I were some big YouTuber with a team behind him, I could make really interactive videos and tell really interesting truths. But because I'm not, I have to work up. People that watch these videos right now will not be really so impressed by it. But that's not a problem. The whole point is, you and I need to try. It's the effort, it's the struggle. By making this video, no matter how amateurish, I increase the chances of my next video being better. And the next video being better. Same goes with truth. By being truthful to those around you, you increase the chances of them having a better life. Now, this is a really complicated subject, and it's very subjective, and you will never find clear answers like in science. The only clear answers that I think you should consider is the fact that you try. So next time, when someone asks you something, instead of just answering, just stop for a second. Stop and really look at the question. And then you must give the best answer that you can. By giving that answer, you show respect to the other person. And in theory, that person will be better at whatever he needed answered. So then, next week or next month, when you have a problem and you ask them, they will be able to give you a better answer. So this adds up. You do it, your friends do it, I do it, or let's try. And in a month, in a year, in a decade, you will be much more skilled in speaking the truth. But it all starts with a very humble step that is quite scary, is admitting that speaking the truth is important, and speaking the truth is a skill like any other. If you would want to try something new, you wouldn't get discouraged because you suck at the beginning. Just try. That's all you can do. And look at what mistakes you made, what you could do better, and tomorrow you will be better at it. Now, I wonder, I promised myself this, that in 1 year from now, I will remake this video making the same point. And I am really curious how people would receive it and how they would see the difference between the two. Until then, I am the prophet and truth is above all else.